Hello, I'm Dr. Randy Price, and I will be your professor in general psychology, which is a distance learning class at Richland College, in which you just enrolled. I'm speaking to you today from my home in Fort Worth, Texas, and I'd like to introduce the course to you personally, but also tell you that most of the information, all of the information, can be found in eCampus under the various menu tabs at our course on the left-hand side. Also, let me start with a reminder, two things about email. First, for you to check to make sure you are receiving emails from me that are also appear as announcements on the eCampus page for our course. If you're not, go into eCampus to Tools, make sure your email address is correct. The second thing about emails is it's the major line of communication between you and I. And so be sure to check your emails frequently, hopefully daily, for announcements from me concerning our class. Our class in general psychology is a required class in many institutions. In ours, it's one of the core classes at Richland College, which is required for an AA degree or for the block transfer to other universities. You can speak with your academic advisor about that. Let me cover as quickly as I can. I'd like to keep this video brief. Let me cover three topics: the course content, the course requirements, and just a little bit about myself and my background. First of all, the course content in general psychology is described in the Dallas County Community College catalog as a survey of major topics in psychology. The study of behavior and factors that determine and affect behavior. So we will see that the definition of psychology is a scientific study of behavior and mental processes, and that will be the content of this class. As far as the content goes, you will see there are 4 units that I have prepared, each one with 3 or 4 topics within it, all of which are major topics in psychology. Now let's go to the requirements. I want to help you in any way to be a success in this class. Go to the orientation menu button and look at each and every one of those documents, read them, read the syllabus as well. The course calendar above the orientation or below the orientation menu is important, and you will find that all of the requirements are discussed there. Now, a few things I'd like to highlight. No campus visits are required. You do everything from your computer at home or wherever. That's including the test that I'll discuss briefly. There is no textbook required. After having taught this class for many years, I decided that I could write the materials and save students a tremendous amount of money, and in light of how frequently additions to textbooks change, it seemed like the appropriate thing to do at this time. All of the course materials can be found on eCampus. You will find under each of the unit what I call text slides. This constitutes the textbook, if you will. They are presented to you both in PowerPoint format and also in a PDF format in case you want to print those out for your study. There's also for each one of the units, each one of the topics, a study guide. I've been saying for years in my classes, if it's not on the study guide, it won't be on the test. There may be things that you learn and things that you want to learn in psychology, but in preparing for the test, refer to the study guide and concentrate on those. If you can do the things that it asks you to do on the study guide, you will have all the material that you need to be successful in this course. There will be 4 tests, one test over each of the 4 units. The tests are all multiple choice questions. Each test will consist of 25 multiple choice questions, counting 4 points each. Now, these tests are taken on eCampus. That means you take them from home. You take them from your office or from school in one of the computer labs, if that's the case. They are open book, but there's no book. Open slides, I should say. You can use literally any resource materials you want, but there's a catch to this. Each of the tests are timed, 50 minutes for 25 questions. That means that you will not have time to look up each answer. You need to study and answer as many of the questions as you can without looking anything up in the text slides or anywhere else, or on your notes. But at the end of the test, if you've studied hard and organized your notes and your study materials well, you should have time to check the answers of some of the ones for which you didn't know the answer. Now, on each one of the tests, too, you will get 3 attempts. You can try the test 3 times. It will not be the same test questions. I have written and entered into eCampus literally hundreds of questions on each of the units, and those are randomly chosen for each of the attempts. Only your highest grade counts out of the 3 attempts. Study between attempts. Don't wait till the last day. You'll have several days to take these tests, 3 days at least. Don't wait till the last night. Don't wait till Sunday night at 11:30 to try these tests, or at 11 o'clock. Space them out and study in between. Very important. There also are 2 written assignments that you will turn in by emailing them to me. These will be written reviews of feature films. You will choose a feature film from one of 2 lists, and you'll have 2. You'll choose one from the first list for the first assignment, one from the second list for the second assignment. I've chosen these films because they're relevant to psychology, enjoyable, interesting, and educational. Each of these written assignments counts 50 points each. You will find very detailed directions which you need to follow under the film review menu button. Now, there will be an opportunity for a little extra credit for a total possible 10 points to be added to your grade at the end. These are described under the extra credit menu tab, and I will be sending you emails with further explanation and deadlines for those and reminders. These extra credit assignments both pertain to important institutional research in which we are engaged in the Department of Psychology at Richland College. So as far as your grade goes at the end of the semester, out of a total of 500 possible points, or actually 510 if you choose to do the extra credit, I will determine your grade. If you have 450 total points or higher, you get an A. If you have 400 to 449 points, you get a B. 350 points and above, you get a C. 300 points, a D. So it's very simple at the end. The film review assignments, the 2 put together, count just like a test. Spend some time on those, follow the directions, have fun with them, but follow the directions. Finally, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I have been teaching psychology for over 40 years, 37, 38 at Richland, and I taught at Galveston College before I came to Richland. I also teach an occasional class at the SMU School of Law in psychiatric and psychological evidence. I also teach classes at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas, where I'm a clinical associate professor. So I've been teaching a long time. I'm still excited about it. I'm looking forward to this class. Also, for the last approximately 30 years, I have had an independent practice in applied psychology. It began as a clinical psychology practice but slowly developed some 20-something years ago into a practice in forensic psychology, the application of psychology to the legal system and the criminal justice system. I'll be highlighting that a little bit throughout the class. It's been very interesting. I've been very fortunate to have two parallel careers or jobs, both of which are entertaining, interesting. I couldn't ask for a better career. I'm from Dallas. I grew up in the Oak Cliff section of Dallas, graduated from Adamson High School, have all three of my degrees from the University of North Texas in Denton, my bachelor's, master's, and PhD in psychology. Following that, I had a clinical internship at the Baylor Institute for Rehabilitation in Dallas for a year, and a year postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Kentucky in Lexington, Kentucky. I currently live in Fort Worth. I've been living here some years since I was married to Kay, who is a professor of education at Texas Christian University. She trains teachers to be special education teachers, and so I decided, in spite of the fact that I teach in Dallas and my practice is in Dallas, to move to Fort Worth. I'm very glad to be here, very glad to have you in class. I want to help you in any way I can to succeed in this class. Remember, email me with any question or comment you may have. If you find something that's incorrect on eCampus or something that's not there that I said was there, email me as soon as possible so I can correct that. I have about 250 students this semester, so I have a little trouble keeping up sometimes, but if you will help me do that, I'll be most appreciative. Email me with any questions, read your email daily, look for messages from me concerning the course, deadlines, content, tests, etc. Good luck, and I hope you enjoy general psychology at Richland College.